Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. All right, welcome back to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the Marvelous One, back at it again with Don and Philosophikal. What's good, fellas, man? Tough
What's
week.
going on?
Hey, good week for me.
Yeah, tough week. Yeah, good week for me. I'm back in second place.
Hey, good week. A good week for Las Vegas too.
Well, I can tell you this. Tensions are high in New Orleans. Right now, man, players are upset. Coaches could lose their jobs, dude. I mean, we got a short week coming up. Just lost to the Texans. Now we got to play the Jags on Thursday night. And, man, right now, this offense is struggling. Even though I got to give Derek some credit. He moved the ball. Finally. I was like, okay, all right. But I need you to get it in the end zone, okay? 13 points ain't going to cut it. And CJ Stroud, I'm going to put it like this. That kid is the truth. he gave my defense some work in that first half. He put up 17 points, and the Texans were moving up and down the field on him. And we figured them out in the second half. They only scored 3 points. The only problem is the Saints only scored 3 points in the second half. That ain't going to cut it. So I got real concerns going into this game against the Jags. With one, my offense already is struggling. Two, offensive line is hurting, right? We benched our rookie left tackle, and his replacement came in the game, and he got hurt. So they're bringing the rookie back in as the left tackle to protect Derek Carr's blind side. My all-pro right tackle has a concussion. So very unlikely he's going to play on Thursday because he has to go through concussion protocol. And that's unlikely you get through that within, 3-4 days to play. So it's unlikely he's going to play Thursday. My right guard is out. Excuse me, the right guard is now playing right tackle. My left guard is out. And so now they're counting on a guy that's got a groin injury issue to come in and play left guard. So we got all kind of issues on the offensive line. I think this is going to create all kind of issues for Derek Carr. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this game because Trevor Lawrence may not play because he has a knee injury. So a lot of questions going into this game, but I'm concerned if we lose this game at home with tensions as high as they are, P. Carmichael might be out. That might be the straw that breaks the camel back if they lose this game.
I think it's a little bit deeper than that. I think your center, as long as he calls the right blocking schemes, he can help those linemen out because that's the general of that line. So we're gonna find out if you got a solid center because it doesn't matter if it's the blocking schemes that's getting called.
The problem is it's not so much the right calls as that these guys are getting beat one-on-one. I don't think they're all that good. I think one thing that I see is Derek Carr holds the ball way too long. He believes in his offensive line. He's holding on the ball way too long, and these guys are getting beat. So they are. Trevor Penning was getting beat like a drum against the Titans. They had one dude, some dude you hardly know of, playing defensive end, had 3 sacks in this game. It's like, who is this cat? But it was Trevor Penning, and it was just beaten like a drum. So I mean they can max protect, they can shift. Eric McCarr can do a lot as the center to try to help out, but I think it all comes to the quarterback getting that ball out of his hands because we got to shake your offensive line. So you may see a lot of quick passes in this upcoming game, but right now I am concerned about my team. They had high expectations going into the season. Like any other team, 3-3 is like, oh, okay, we're doing okay. But when you got high expectations, winning 12 games, division.
But you got the weapons. I mean, you got a running back that can run the ball and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I haven't seen y'all utilize that much. And that's one of the things that I talk about running backs. The reason that the market is so low for you is because you let people typecast you. You didn't turn into a playmaker. I mean, most running backs, you can't be. I don't look at your running back as a running back. I look at him as a playmaker because he can go out. He can go out and line up on the line. And now you got an ultimate mismatch because a linebacker is going to have to play him.
Exactly.
So I have to say y'all take advantage of those mismatches.
And you bring up a very good point because Alvin Kamara hadn't been the same since Drew Brees retired. He doesn't catch a lot of passes out of the backfield anymore. Drew Brees relied on him heavily when he had to improvise. You knew Drew Brees wasn't going to run. So when he had to improvise, he was looking for Elvin, and he dumped it off to him, and he got big plays out of that.
Yeah, I have to go back to that.
Yeah,
and not only that, to throw him in motion, and now that linebacker has to move, and now you already know what the coverage is.
Yeah,
and you can go empty backfield, or you can have another linebacker lined up. I mean, another tight end. I mean, fullback lined up there, and now you got max protect, and now you can throw him into motion. There's so many things that you can do. It makes me mad about the running back because everybody talking about the Ravens and stuff had to trade. I said no, the running backs have to make themselves more valuable because you can see McCaffrey. McCaffrey's a playmaker. He's not a running back. He's a playmaker.
He's a playmaker.
That's what you have to be, a playmaker.
Yeah. And while we're on the subject of running backs, I mean, if you're the coach, are you kicking yourself because you re-signed Jonathan Taylor when Zach Moss is like second in the league, third in the league in rushing?
Monster yards. I think you should have traded him.
Good trade target. Yeah, good trade target. And Zach Moss is a good trade target.
Moss is a trade target. No. Jonathan's a trade target.
Yeah, I know. They're not going to trade Jonathan Taylor.
You don't think so? I mean, because Zach Moss is cheap, younger.
Yeah, well, they'll trade for Zach Moss. You can get a second round for him.
I will go with the cheaper player.
Yeah.
And trade Jonathan Taylor. So, yeah. But anyway, so you got something you want to say about your Ravens, man?
Man, it was an early game. It had my blood pressure rising because, it either have a good day or a bad day. But I think that we finally figured it out. I mean, Lamar had, we could do better in the red zone. I mean, that's coming. That's coming with time. But I like the fact that Harbaugh did his daggone job. I mean, you're in the red zone. Lamar's looking, hey, we're going to go for it on fourth down. Hey, I gave you 3 downs to get a touchdown. Get out.
Get out.
Yeah. Yep.
And those conversations mean a lot. I mean, because Lamar, you got your bag. Now have a seat.
Yep.
And this is the first time that I've seen we got a Hall of Fame field goal kick.
Yep.
He good for 65.
Yep.
With the win.
Yep.
So I'm like, hey, bro, hey, I gave you 3 downs to get it in. I gave you 3 downs to get a touchdown. Get out. And I also like the way the defense was ultra aggressive, and I like the mixing up of the calls. Even though we're playing teams, but I see the defense is not letting you run the ball, and you're not abusing us with those long passes. So it's actually a complete game from offensive to defense. And I think that, we're going to see how we can put the full package together as we start to move deep into the season.
Well, I mean, I think, looking at you guys from the past 2 seasons, I think you guys were high on the analytics and ignoring like the obvious, kick the field goal, take the points, going for it on fourth down. How many times did we say that last season where the Ravens were in scoring position and they went for it on fourth down and didn't get it and end up losing the game? And when you got your Hall of Fame kicker, now
sitting on the sideline eating popcorn.
Yeah. Put this man to work. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So you got to go back to old school football.
Well, the bigger question is once again, I said Tannehill will be out. So they put in Malik Willis. This is
not that I was rooting against the Ravens. I was rooting for Malik Willis because I want to see this kid succeed. And I got so frustrated with him at the goal line because, even though the game is on the line, it's third or it's fourth down. Just throw the damn ball up, Malik. Yeah. What are you holding on to? What are you taking a sack for? You have no more timeouts.
Well, the Ravens have a good defense, so they kind of threw him out there in the fire. It ain't like
Yeah, they threw him
the Ravens red zone defense is really good.
No, I agree with you. Yeah. But you got to throw it up.
Yeah.
When it's fourth down, you can't take a sack. I don't give a damn if you're falling down and you throw it behind your back.
You got to give your receivers a chance.
You just got to throw it up. He was taking sacks.
Yeah, you got to do something because it's not going to work that way.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on with the Titans, though. I think they're getting ready to have a fire sale over there.
Yeah, you might be right. Because even Henry,
Derrick Henry, yeah.
They're not using him much. He on the sideline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
either he's getting old and they're trying to save him, or
Trade bait.
he trade bait.
Trade, yeah.
You can't trade somebody that's hurt.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Tannehill maybe trade bait.
Yeah. Who wants it?
Who?
I mean, that's true too. I mean, it depends. It depends.
What for a burger and fries? I mean, what are you looking to get in return?
And not only that, you got a world class receiver over there that you're not getting them the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
Over where?
In Tennessee.
Who's the receiver?
Hopkins.
Are you serious?
Like Tannehill not even throwing him. Tannehill's not even throwing catchable balls.
That's true. I mean, Hopkins, he's on the wrong side of 30. So,
that's true.
And they got Trayvon Burks. I think he's a bust. So,
all the more reason you should get the ball to Hopkins.
Correct. True. But Tannehill, I don't know what's going on over there. I mean, there's some tension over there, too. So
yeah, there's some tension over there. But it's speaking of tension, and we're not going to move on until we talk about this. Like, we were giving him all the praise at the beginning of the season. Dion this, Dion that. Look how he turned his roster around.
Yeah.
And come on, man. They had a 29-0 lead against Stanford. Dion was smiling on the sideline. Y'all seen the meme. He's smiling and everything.
with his glasses and headset. Yeah.
And then he gave his hoodie on. He got his head down. Oh, man. Looked like somebody stole his lunch money. Come on, man. We got to talk about it. Don, I see you shaking your head. You want me to believe that this was a win some kind of a way.
So not a win as far as numbers with the game. It's a win because we're watching the game.
Well, yeah, okay.
You're watching the game. Hold on. You're watching the game and we're talking about the game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a team that we never would have actually watched.
Right.
They would have never got no burn from us. I mean, as I had to tell Nate, you should have came early in the season because we don't give interviews to losing organizations. but Dion he lost, but we're still talking about him. We say there's no such thing as bad publicity.
In that
perspective, he's winning every day. And guess what? We're gonna watch his next game too.
Yeah.
So in that perspective, yeah, he's winning.
But no, I mean, like you say, he's a perfect salesman. Like
perfect.
He's convinced you to watch either to see him win because you're rooting for him, or to see him lose because you don't want him to win. So
yeah, you up 29-0. You're supposed to keep your foot on the gas.
But here's the thing:
he did. That's the problem.
He only won one game last year, and they was not leading teams and organizations like this.
That's true.
I kind of quiver to think about next year.
Oh, they're gonna be studs.
The league is in trouble.
Yeah,
in the Big Ten,
the whole league is in trouble.
They're gonna be in the Big Ten next year.
Yes. Listen, everybody that's on that schedule, or anybody that you're getting compared to, because here's the thing: his son is going to stay back home because guess what? I can make $10 million just sitting at home because the NIL has made things where as though it's more profitable for a person to actually stay home and actually do. Not only that, the NIL made it profitable for the women. I'm not going to go pro. I mean, them young ladies, they make more money playing college basketball than they will ever make
in the WNBA. Pro. Yeah.
Thank you. so that for Dion saying, "Hey, come on to us. I'm gonna give you a brand." What was that team that just got a whole bunch of new trucks and everything?
Oh yeah, was it Utah? Yeah, yeah. All scholarship players got brand new trucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Crazy.
So the NIL is a lot, and everybody say, "Well, that's wrong that they doing it." No.
Was it all athletics or just the football team?
Just the football team.
Just the football team.
Come on, man. The football team is the only team that's making money on.
That's making money.
Wow.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Wow. Okay.
Nick Saban and them been doing it for the longest time. Georgia's been doing it for the longest time.
Yeah.
They just ain't been get caught. Their boosters or have a relationship with the family where I'm gonna figure out how to pay you, and the FBI ain't gonna find out. The FBI, just think about it. The FBI is investigating a family for taking money instead of investigating you using these young players for slave labor. So that's why I said kudos and hats off to Dion, because not only is he winning? He's allowing the players to win because he's letting them build their own brand.
Yeah.
And not only that, the school, he let them build their brand.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Sold out for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I feel you.
I think the goal is now he got to try to get to a bowl game. But I tell you right now,
he's going to a bowl game.
He's going to make a bowl game.
Well, the schedule is a little tough. It's a little rough coming up. They got UCLA next, Oregon State, Arizona. I mean, that's one win. Washington State, and then USC. I mean, the Utah. I'm sorry.
He only needs one more win.
I think it's like 6. It's like 6 or 7 games to be bowl qualified.
Bowl eligible. Yeah.
Bowl
eligible.
You got to win 2 more games.
Wins. Yeah. I don't know who you're gonna beat on that schedule other than Arizona.
I think he'll get 2 more because the game against Stanford. The problem was they didn't run the ball.
They stopped running the ball.
They stopped running the ball. He wanted to make a statement and show out and blow out Stanford, and he ended up costing his team the game. So that's all him. That's a coaching
defense lesson. Defense is terrible. Warren Sapp got his work. He gonna earn his money the first year. God bless you, Warren Sapp. God, that team is terrible.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix that. They're gonna fix that recruiting.
He's gonna have a whole different linebacker full of all Americans and transfers.
Yeah, he's gonna have
It would say from Zeus University.
Yeah. Bring your lunchbox, Warren Sapp, because you got some work to do, partner. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, all right, man. Let's get into our recap, man. All right. First things first. Let's go and give Phil his credit, man. He went 10-5.
I didn't squeak back into second place.
Whoa. You're not in second place.
Hey,
I mean, we're tied, but that's not second.
Well, you think I'm in second place? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm still second. I mean,
don't try to retract now.
I mean, right now we tied 51-42. Don is still leading everything with 57-36. He went 8-7. I went 8-7. I thought it was a lot worse than that. I had to look at it when the 49ers lost, and I was like, "Oh my God, did I get any game right?"
Hey, the morning games was terrible. And the night games ain't help.
We creeping up on Don. We only 6 games behind.
Yeah,
creeping.
Don better up on you, Don.
Hey, if you don't know the significance of the number 6, go through drive-through and be $6 short. I'm quite sure that young kid.
There you go.
All right, man. Let's go with the first game. We had the Chiefs at home against the Broncos. This was the Thursday night game. The Chiefs won this game 19-8. I didn't even bother to watch this. I thought it was going to be worse than that, but yeah.
Russell was worse.
Hey, let's talk about your the quarterback whisperer, man. I mean, what's really going on?
I don't know, man. I think you have to clean house. You think Sean Payton's going to be the one to leave. I doubt it. It's going to be Russell Wilson, and I think he's going to clean house.
He's already paid both of them too much.
Yeah, but I think he's already started to clean house. Judy's going to be gone pretty soon.
Yeah, Judy's going to be gone. Frank Clark.
Yeah.
He's cleaning house. Clean house. Yeah, they go right clean house.
Yeah. And they're going to find a way.
One more year with Russ, but Russ ain't going nowhere.
You don't think Russ going anywhere? I mean, it's going to
be if it was Denver, I would try to get can they get the number 1 pick? I would try to get the number 1 pick. Go get Caleb Williams and
would you take that? Would you take that trade? Would you take Russ?
I mean,
I mean, they can trade him for anything at this point if they go get Caleb Williams.
You can't trade him for anything because you act like anybody could come in there and coexist with that offense.
Caleb Williams can.
He might go get Jameis Winston.
You're not going to trade for Russ.
Go get Jameis Winston. Get somebody that do the offense. I mean,
not going to do that.
I'm not going to let you get off of this. Let's go. I mean, you got your win here. Let's go to Tennessee Titans with a home team, air quotes, against the Ravens in London, right? So Don was sitting there watching this game, eating his cereal in the morning, in his PJs. Yeah. And the Ravens got the win against the Titans. I mean, the Titans are terrible. Talk about a team that's got a lot of talent.
Are the Titans terrible or the Ravens a really good team? I mean,
Titans are terrible.
I think Titans are terrible.
Titans are terrible.
No, the only reason I say that respectfully is because the Browns, do they have a dominating defense?
Yes.
Because if so, we stomped the mud hole in.
Yeah. No. I think two things could be
hold
true.
on. Is Cincinnati a good team? Because we stomped the mud hole in their own house. I mean, we can't pick and choose.
You're comparing Cincinnati and the Browns to the Titans. Is that what we're doing here?
Everybody saying Cincinnati is back, and everybody say Browns got the number one defense. Is
that what we're doing here? We comparing Cincinnati and Browns to the Titans.
Look, I think the Ravens are a good team. I think the Titans are a bad team. The two things are true here. As a matter of fact, this game would have been a complete blowout if Derrick Henry didn't have that big 60, 70-yard run.
That 1 yard. Yeah, that one run.
That big one run that of his 97 yards, I think it was 70 of them came on that one run that got him back into that game. So, yeah. And then Tannehill went out with a leg injury. Hate to see that the man got hurt.
Yeah.
But that might be a good thing for the Titans to allow somebody else to come in and play because he has been awful.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, we had the Falcons at home against I was going to say the Redskins, the Commanders.
Oh, man.
I kicked myself because I went against my better judgment. You can go back and listen to it, folks. I fought myself because I never wanted to go with that wishbone offense. I never believed in it. I talked bad about it. And then I let myself, for the sake of friendship with Nate the Great, Nate the Scapegoat.
You did this with Nate?
Yeah.
I try to make friends with him, because he tried to convince me that his quarterback and my quarterback was just on the same. We got the same record, and I'm like, but mine's a hit. Yours is trash.
Well, I mean, this is hang on. This is Desmond Ritter's second game in a row with 300 yards passing, and Drake won this second game in a row with over 100 yards receiving. So is the kid finally figuring it out, or what? Because he's playing better.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't know what to say about him right now. I mean, because next week he can completely lay an egg. So I don't know. I don't know on Desmond Ritter yet. I need to see some consistency.
Right, and we hadn't played him yet, so I hadn't got a real good view of him yet. So we'll see.
I think last week we can say Atlanta's defense kind of let him down.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They let him down against the Commanders. So
are you talking about that defense that they spent so much money on?
Yeah.
I want to address that. Yeah, they spent a lot of money. We talked about that earlier.
They did, and they were playing well. But this game here, the Commanders put it on them. Well, I mean, you got
call them the Atlanta Saints too.
What's that? Yeah, they are. You got the Denver Saints, the Atlanta Saints. They really are the Atlanta Saints. All right, next we got the Bears. We're at home against Phil's Vikings.
I'm sick to my stomach. This
was a terrible game.
Hey, I apologize. I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna apologize. I should have believed in Kirk. You the real deal, son.
Yeah, you are. You
the real deal.
I should have stuck to what I said earlier. I am never picking the Bears again, and I mean it.
They didn't play bad, though. They didn't play bad.
Justin Fields is not playing. He's hurt, so I'm definitely not picking him no more.
Yeah,
I'm done with him.
But Kirk Cousins, he's a gunslinger.
Yeah,
man.
He ain't got no choice now.
Listen, he was a gunslinger before then. Let's not act like he was the guy that handed the ball off. He was the reason why I think you was able to let Cook go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't that I didn't believe in Kirk. I just didn't know how he would perform without Jefferson. Because Jefferson is on IR. Yeah.
And Kirk was throwing a lot of passes out of the backfield to Dalvin Cook. That was my concern, too.
All right. Next slide. Bengals at home against the Seahawks. Man, did the Seahawks let us all down here, man?
They let me down.
They did not.
They ain't let Phil down.
The Burrow Bengals.
There you go.
This is around the matter of fact. This is around the same week I picked the Bengals all last year, and they brought me right back in the first place.
Boy!
Here we go.
Here we go.
So Is Burrow back? Because I mean they doing a
Burrow's
bye
back.
week and then they get real hot and
Yeah.
they get real hot and unattractive
Oh, yeah.
to them. So I want to I want to get on record that you saying that they back. I mean,
It's a lot of hate in Baltimore right now.
I want to get some more wax. I want
a lot of hate in Baltimore right now. A lot of hate in Baltimore right now.
All
a
right.
lot of hate in Baltimore right now.
So you back? You back on the Bengals train?
Oh, of course.
Hey, Mom, ask me who they got next.
Who they got next?
49ers. Then they got the Bills. Then they got the Texans. Then they got the Ravens, Steelers, Jaguars, Colts, Vikings, Steelers, Chiefs.
That's a wrap.
And then the Browns. Good night.
Good night. That's a wrap. Season over.
I just wanted to hear you say it with your chest, Phil. I got you.
Season is done. All right. Next slide.
Oh boy.
All right. So next we had the Browns at home against the 49ers. This was like the surprise of the week for me.
Yeah.
We all went with the 49ers and the Browns pulled this one out, man. Come on. Should we start believing in the Browns and PJ Walker? Really?
No.
Nope.
Nope. I think this was a fluke.
Nope.
Yeah.
Missed field goal.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, you got one job, guy. You got one job. And who was that old field goal kicker? His name Gore?
Robbie Gold. Yep.
Yeah, Robbie
Gold. Listen, hey, they need to call that dude off the soap and tell him come on back, baby.
Yeah.
Nah, he missed one field goal. I mean,
hey, that's one too many.
You
got one job, man.
Let's not
you got one job.
But it was a chippy.
You got one job.
It
was a chippy.
Anything under 50 is almost like 85%.
Yeah, and if you missing it, an NFL field goal kicker,
that's your only job, man.
Yeah. All right. Then we had the Dolphins at home against Don's 10-7 Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, the Panthers came out hard. I think they had like a 14-0 league or a 21-0.
Yeah, Bryce Young looked good.
Yeah, he looked good at first.
Yeah. I mean, it came out 14-0. 14-0.
It was 14-0?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, it was 42-21.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dolphins put it on them. All right. Next we had the Jags at home against the Colts. Jags pulled this one out 37-20. So this is the Saints' next opponent here Thursday night. But we all went with the Jags here, right?
Because Richardson's down for the year.
Yeah, Richardson's done for the year. Yes.
Oh,
they're shutting him down with the shoulder. He's gonna have surgery on it.
This may be the last time I picked the Colts.
Yeah. Don went with the Colts on this one. We both went with the Jags.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, but Gardner Minshew had a pretty good game. He threw for 329 yards. So
that wasn't enough. I mean, I don't know, but God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, next slide. We had the Texans at home against the Saints, and the Texans pulled this out.
How? I'll never know.
Well, I mean, like I told you, CJ Stroud is the truth.
Yeah,
that kid can play. It wasn't.
But during the
now, how much is he the truth versus they have tape on him?
Well, I mean, you can certainly say that because in the first half, he was dominant.
Yeah.
Right. And then in the second half, we shut him down. He only scored 3 points. So was it that they got tape on it? But what I saw from him, I saw great anticipation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I saw great footwork.
Yep.
And the one thing that I was really impressed with the kid was ball placement.
And poised, man. That dude is poised.
He's poised. Yeah, you're right. But the ball placement, he was putting the ball where only his receiver could catch the ball. And he was putting the ball where they can make a play after they caught the ball. So, he's good. But, I was a little disappointed in my Saints. Like I told you guys before this last week was like this was going to be a game between the Saints defense and the Texans offense or CJ Stroud. And that first half,
man,
got the best
I also want to give a little love to Will Anderson, man. That dude is all over the field.
Yes.
Man. That dude is all over the field, man.
Yeah. The Texans made some smart draft picks this season, yo. That was smart, yo. All right. Next slide. We had the Raiders at home against the Patriots. Raiders won this game 21-17. By the way, we all went with the Saints last week, and of course the Saints lost. So no, I'm sorry. Phil won with the Texans. My bad. Phil won with the Texans. All right. And then as far as this game here,
I went with the Raiders.
You went with the Raiders?
Yeah.
No, we all went with the Raiders.
We all went with the Raiders.
Yeah, we all went.
Yeah, we all went with the Raiders.
Hey. So let's talk. I mean, Belichick. I mean, days numbered.
Devontae Parker dropping that pass.
Can he wear two hats again? I mean, he got to give up. He got to give up something.
I don't like I told you before. That owner wants Belichick to get that record.
Yep.
They were hoping to take 3 years, but it might take him 10. so I think eventually they may strip the GM duties. So this dude,
I think they might do it after the season.
What? Do what? Fire him or
no? Strip him of the GM.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
maybe they gotta do it. They gotta do it before the next draft.
Maybe they gotta do it before strip him of coach personnel too.
Well, that's the
staff.
If he's the head coach, he has to find the coaches. The GM gets the players.
He's made some questionable, coaching decisions, staff decisions. All
right, next slide. Phil's Rams against the Cardinals, and the Rams won this one 26-9. Cooper Kupp is back. 7 receptions, 148 yards. So
they got 2 receivers now.
Yeah, you know what, Phil? I might be on this Rams train. I might be on this Rams train. We all went with the Rams. I beginning of the season when I made my picks on, I was like, they don't. It just doesn't seem like these guys are into it. They were talking about retirement, but now it looks like they're back in the groove on this. So, yeah. All right, next slide. Jets at home against the Eagles, and the Eagles laid an egg, pun intended, 20-14. Just won this game, yo. I was shocked.
I was too.
Offensively, they stunk the second half, 0-0, and for all these Eagle fans that was cheering for glory just because in the early mornings the 49ers left. I mean lost, and then they had to they had to temper it back a little bit. But I'm saying y'all no different. Right. You got kinks in your armor too, Playboy.
Yeah. Next we had the Bucks at home against the Lions. The Lions won this 20-6, and I mean it looked like the Bucks never had a chance. This game was over before the Bucks even walked out on the field.
Hey, Baker Mayfield didn't look good.
What did you see, Phil, that we didn't see?
I told you last week the Lions are legit.
Yeah.
Well, why you ain't pick them?
No, that was me. That was me. I picked the Bucks.
Oh, my fault, Mom. Where did you see that?
I was just like, the Bucks at home. They need this win. They're coming off a bye. They should get this win over the Lions. I thought the Lions would probably falter and underestimate the Bucks.
I think the Bucks play to the level of their competition. They will utterly destroy a team that's 500 or below. Anyone
the Bucks, or you talking about the Lions?
The Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. Okay.
I mean, the Bucks are and that's why you felt like so good about them, because if you look at the teams that they play records, they're playing subpar teams and they're winning. And now they had to face someone, a formidable opponent, and they just meet the task.
Well, I mean, I think we gave them a lot of credit because they beat the Vikings at the beginning of the season, but now we're realizing that the Vikings aren't that good.
Facts.
So the Bucks aren't really that good. But the question is, are the Lions true contenders? I think they're the second best team in the NFC.
I hope you're right. I need that clout. I need that clout. I need that clout. You going on wax and saying that? I need a plug.
Not yet. We're gonna, we're gonna do our mid-season pick. We're gonna do our top 5 for the mid-season.
Not yet. Will give you no edge.
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna do our mid-season top 5. We're gonna do that. And
Bengals will be there for me. I tell you that.
Oh my God. Next slide. Oh my God. All right. We had the Buffalo Bills at home against the New York Giants. The Bills won this 14-9. Tyrod Taylor threw for 200 yards. Actually looked better than Daniel Jones.
And I wasn't impressed with neither offense.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody talking about the Bills are back from where?
And Josh Allen and them struggled. struggling running the ball, offensive line.
He's a 50-50 guy. He's a Brett Favre. He's a gunslinger. High risk, high reward. And then, depending on what the day it is, you may get a bad day out of him. And those are the chances that you take when you have a gunslinger like him.
Yeah.
No precision in what he does. He just feels that I can push the ball through a straw.
Yeah.
Yep.
He has what you call arm arrogance.
Arm arrogance. I like it. No, that's a true way of explaining it about him, man. It's arm arrogance. So, yeah. All right. Next, I guess we got to talk about this. The Chargers at home against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys won this game 20-17. I did pick the Cowboys, but
I picked them. I didn't want it to happen, and here's why.
Me either.
I'll be the first one to say it, because I didn't like the fact that the 49ers lost, Philly lost, and now you got Dallas having a good argument, and I'll argue it for you. I mean, technically, Philly, you supposed to be this great, but you lost.
Yeah.
And you lost to the Jets, and we blew the Jets out. We didn't win. We blew them out.
Yeah.
So now, did the Jets catch you on a bad day, or we're a better team when you caught us on a bad day? I mean, we got caught on a bad day. So it's a lot of things that they got to look at. And the Cowboys got a very good argument, compelling argument that they should be a top contender.
Do we really think the Cowboys are that good, or are the Chargers really that bad? Like,
are the Eagles that good?
Are the Eagles that good? I think they are. I think the Jets have a really good defense.
Yeah. I think the Eagles are that good.
Yeah.
How bad? So how good is the Eagles' offense? I mean, let's.
I think the Eagles are still trying to find their identity.
Yeah,
but they still have a good team.
Their receiving core is solid.
Solid.
And they just signed. Who's receiving
hold on.
Solid?
Name their receiver.
AJ Brown.
And they just signed Julio Jones.
Julio and they got Smith.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, and then Devontae Smith.
And their tight end. They got a good
Dallas
and a running back.
Yeah, AJ Brown is like second in the league in yards. No, it's not second. Maybe like third or something like that. But he's in top 5.
So that's what I'm saying, is that offensively they have weapons, but the numbers don't show.
That's true. That's true. That's true. They're not. They don't have much to show for it.
And unlike the 49ers, outside of this loss, they've been utterly destroying.
But
everybody that's in front of
are you putting the Cowboys up there with teams like that? The 49ers.
I just said the Cowboys have a compelling argument. You played the Jets and you struggled.
I think the Cowboys
played the Jets and I blew them out.
The Cowboys are as far as the NFC cut, they are a playoff. They are a wild card team.
Oh yeah,
they're not better than the Lions. They're not better than the Eagles. They're not better than the 49ers. That's 3 teams already.
Hold on. So here's the thing that I say. Pump your brakes on the Cowboys. You catch the Cowboys at the wrong time. They are a championship team.
No,
when Dak stops swinging that ball recklessly, hear me out. When Dak stops swinging the ball recklessly, and Dak has become shell-shocked about running. This game, he ran a little bit more when he needed to. And and not run for first downs,
touchdowns.
But he created the pocket sack in order to extend the play. Those are things that made Dak who Dak is.
Yep.
And he did that this game, and that's the only reason that they won. So if Dak continues to do those things,
you can't tell me you trust CeeDee Lamb and
CeeDee Lamb is legit.
What's the other and the other receiver they have?
And they listen, and
Brandon Cooks.
You can't tell me you can trust those two.
He's a mismatch. Cook is a mismatch out of the backfield.
Who?
Cook.
Who's Cook? Oh, you mean talking about Pollard?
Brandon Cook?
Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks is.
Be disrespectful. Go.
Come on, man. Come on. You're telling me the Cowboys can beat the Lions, 49ers, Eagles, those 3 teams in the NFC?
No.
Any given Sunday.
Well, you know what? We're going to have Dale on at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Let him explain it.
Hey, Dale, the boys down. And you went hard on me.
Dallas is a wild card team at best.
I'm sure because I mean, my Facebook feed was filled up with stars up and all this foolishness.
Yeah. You,
So,
you agree with Don Marv on this?
what that the Cowboys are one of the top teams in the NFC? No,
No.
I don't think they are. I like I told you before. I think the Chargers are a poorly coached team, a team with a ton of talent.
Hey,
Poorly
listen.
coached.
Okay, then they're a bad team.
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
yeah, it's that simple. I don't believe them. They got a great quarterback.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go and make our predictions. This is when I make my run and take over, and take over first place and put you two to bed. So let's start it off.
You got a lot of ground. You got a lot of ground to make up.
A lot of ground to make up, man. A lot of ground to make up. This is week 6. This is when I make my tremendous return to the top.
Yeah,
that's a problem now because it's week 7.
So yeah, let's move on to week 7 while Phil is on week 6. And start with the Thursday night game.
It started in week 6.
We got the Thursday night game. We got the Saints at home against the Jaguars. The Saints are 1-point home favorites. Yeah, I'll go first. Doesn't matter. I'll go first. So, like I kind of touched upon a lot of the things that's happening in this game. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to play. He practiced limitedly. He has a brace on his leg. He threw passes. I think they have plans to make this man play. If he plays, they're going to score points. We don't have enough offensively to score points when our offensive line is healthy. Our offensive line is they about to start pulling dudes off the streets to play on the offensive line. I got concerns. I'm going with the Jags because I think this tensions are high, and I think this is when a loss like this with a team with high expectations, this is when changes are going to be made. Pete Carmichael might be losing his job after this week. So I'm going with the Jags. Who you got, Don?
Man, it's shameful that you talk about your team with this number 1 defense, but I digress. I mean, you mean tell me that, I'm not going to let that slide, Marv. Your team has a number 1 defense, however, you're saying that they can't be the guy that's in the cast.
Who said they got the number 1 defense? I said top rated, but not number 1. But yeah.
All right, top 5 defense, right? Top 5?
Yeah, top 5.
Top 5?
I think it's more like top 10, but yeah.
It's top 5, so it's 32 teams, top 5, right?
Yeah, somewhere in that range. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Jags. I think that
wait. No, I'm not gonna let that slide. No. Wait, you're not going with the Saints? I mean, top 5.
So here's the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
You can have all the right ingredients, but if you mix them together wrong, I think y'all got a lot of disharmony in the locker room. Yep. If y'all guys went out there and played football, who do I think got the better roster? I think the Saints got the better roster. I think the Saints have a better defense, and I think the Saints have a better offense. However, do I think they play together as a team? The answer is no.
Nope.
And that's the problem is that, they don't play together as a team. You got people that are for some strange reason, they just not gelling together, whether they believe that somebody studied enough, whether they believe that this person should have that position and should be able to call the plays right. Either way, I don't think that they're gelling together. And I think that, the defense is probably looking at the offense while you got me on the field so long.
Yep, they do.
And it's those type of things that create that awkwardness on the football field. And I mean, it's in the locker room already, and you can see it on the field.
Yep.
So I think that the Saints are going to lose because of the disharmony in the locker room, not because they're not the better team.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. 100%. That's what I see as well. It's not a good fit. The chemistry is not there. Who you got, Phil?
So I went kind of back and forth with this. Even if Trevor Lawrence plays or not, I think the main thing we're kind of not talking about is the Jaguars are number 1 in takeaways. And by the way, Saints can only score about 17 points.
Yep, a game.
Even if Trevor Lawrence doesn't play, I think there are going to be some turnovers on Derek Carr's part. I think this game's going to be really close. So I do think the Jags are going to win this, regardless if Lawrence plays or not. That defense is coming along, so I got the Jags winning this.
Okay, I think Derek Carr is going to put up some yards in this game because the Jags are like somewhere towards the bottom in pass defense.
Pass defense, yeah. But they're number one in takeovers.
They're number one in takeaways.
Yeah.
So but I see Carr putting up some yards. So
yeah. Well, according to you, 185 to 190.
I ain't impressed with that. Last game he put up 350. Last game,
nothing can impress you. That guy can never ever impress you until he makes it to the Pro Bowl.
If he comes out throwing the yards this week, then I think the team's chemistry probably got better. They probably had a players only.
No. Last game he threw for 350.
No, I'm talking about if he comes out and does it again.
If he comes out and does it again, I think he's gonna throw. He's gonna throw for about. He threw 50 times last game. They're trying to do something to jumpstart this offense.
I don't think that's going to happen again against the Jaguars.
He's going to throw for another 50 times against the Jags. They're trying everything to jumpstart this offense.
Still not getting. If they win, I mean, if they win, what you mean you're gonna go in and apologize?
So he scored. Wait a minute, he threw the ball 50 times, and you guys only scored 13 points.
13 points. He threw it 15 times. He completed 31 of 50.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. Exactly.
But you was asking for the numbers. You was asking for the, how many yards. I mean, so like I was saying, it's empty. Sometimes the numbers are empty calories.
Those were empty calories.
Out of those 50 passes, were they screen plays, bubble runs? What are we talking?
No, he threw a couple of deep balls, but
okay.
I did like the game against the Pats. I wasn't down on the 183 yards. I was just like, well, that's fine. You win 34-0. That means your quarterback doesn't have to work that hard.
You mean against the Patriots?
Yeah, Pats. Patriots, Pats.
Oh, I thought you said Packers.
No. Yeah, but the Patriots, he threw for 183. But that makes sense. You're up 34-0. You should be keeping it low. Yeah. But all the other games, it was crap. So we'll see. We'll see. I gave y'all the rundown. His offensive line is a mass unit right now. So
and Jags' defensive line is really good.
Is really good. Exactly. Really so he's got his work cut out. With my heart, I'm rooting for the Saints, but with my mind, if I had to put my money on it, I'm going with the Jags.
Yeah.
Next slide. All right. The Bears at home against the Raiders. The Raiders are 3-point road favorites. I'm kind of moving along on this Raiders train. Raiders are 3-3. Garoppolo, it's hit or miss on whether or not he's gonna play in these games because dude is always hurt. But when he plays, they win. So I'm going with the Raiders because Justin Fields, I believe, might miss the rest of the season with a hand injury or something like that. So
thumb injury,
thumb injury, right? Yeah, and if Nate Peterman comes out there on the field,
oh boy,
definitely going with the Raiders. Who you got, Don?
Man, I'm gonna go with the Raiders because I just don't think that the Bears have disappointed me too many times back to back. You don't get too many times to put me in the loser seat.
Exactly. I told you I'm not picking them ever again. Well, at least this season. Who you got, Phil?
Yeah, I got the Raiders. I think if it's confirmed that Justin Fields is out for the season, I think that may be it for their season.
Yeah. Well, it was already over. They're 1-5.
Oh, yeah.
Season was already over. All right. Yeah. Next, we have the Colts at home against the Browns. The Browns are 2-point road favorites. So I went back and forth on this one. Like, I know the Browns have a really good defense. They can carry the team. But, man, P.J. Walker as the starting quarterback, that worries me. I saw P.J. Walker when he was with the Panthers last season. He have these one game is great, the next game is terrible. And if he's playing, I can't go with P.J. Walker. I trust Gordon Minshew more than I trust P.J. Walker.
Wow. Is this your bold pick?
Well, I mean, they're only 2-point road favorites, but I'm going with the Colts. If you want to call that a bold pick, so be it. I'm going with the Colts. Don.
So now we got to look at. You said you're going with the coach, right? Let me go ahead and
Yep.
get this correct.
I want to hear you say you're going with the Browns. Go. You know this is
I
being
think,
recorded.
yeah, oh, well, because they have a much better defense, and I'll leave it at that. Their defense is better than the Colts, and that's my analysis on that particular.
So
And you gotta realize, I don't have any love for neither one of these teams. The Colts, they unfaithful. They left town
here
in
we
the
go.
middle of
Here
the
we
night,
go.
and for some strange reason, these Browns are thinking that we stole something from them that was all that you ain't treat them right when you had them. So she mine now.
But I mean, come on, man. You gotta have to let that relationship go, man. That was what 40 years ago when she left you.
Now that you don't leave me in the middle of the night like that. That was in the middle of a snowstorm. That was dirty.
She good,
Yeah.
man. She married to somebody else.
Hey, and
Yeah,
knowing,
man.
yeah, but she kept my last name, Coates.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
Living in a different state, huh?
Right, right.
Hey, and she did it for tax purposes, but I
Yeah.
digress.
Oh man.
Oh man. So you know how Ike feel when Tina
Yeah.
left with his last name.
Yeah.
All right, Phil, who you got?
Man, I'm gonna go with the Browns here. I just like the Browns defense. That defense is nasty, and they showed me something against the 49ers last week. So
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
let me
pick the
put no
Browns.
distance between us, huh?
PJ Walker. I mean, as much as he concerns you, he did beat the 49ers last week.
That's true. All right.
So
Facts.
I'm still not convinced. Wait, Don, who'd you go with? You went with the Browns, right?
The Browns, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to say it again. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got the Patriots at home against the Bills. The Bills are 8.5-point road favorites. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Don, who you going with? Because I know Phil going with the Patriots. He don't.
All right, so let's talk about this for a second because I'm really set on Belichick being fired, and here's why: you haven't won since Tom Brady,
Oh boy.
and you haven't won since the league stopped you from recording other people's practices. I
Oh,
digress. Bills by 20.
Phil, you said the Bills are trash, so I'm sure you're going with the Patriots, right?
Well, the Patriots are garbage, so I got to go with the Bills this week on this one.
Oh
So I'm
man,
picking the Bills.
I thought you had a bold pick.
No bowl pick, man. No bowl pick.
No more bull picks.
No more bull Man, come on, Phil.
Nah.
All right. I got you here.
Bull picks had him in the hot seat.
We got an opportunity for you right here. We got the Giants at home against the Commanders. The Commanders are 2-point road favorites. I'm going with the Commanders. Don, who you got? Because I know Phil going with the Giants. Who you got, Don?
Man, I gotta go with my frat brother. He calling a good game, Eric B enemy. So let's go with the Commanders.
All right, Phil, come on. Tell it to me.
I've been going back and forth about this because I don't.
know. Tyrod Taylor.
I just can't, man. I just can't. I'm gonna go with the Commanders this week.
Are you serious?
And I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Don't let me down, Commanders, please. Please.
They're gonna let us all down.
Yes, man.
I see Phil doing strategy. Hey, Mark, we gotta start making them pick first.
Right. He changing his picks after he hear what we have to say.
Not really.
All right.
I want to see what he got on his paper.
Right. Bucks at home against the Falcons. The Bucks are 2.5-point home favorites here.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one because now that I've really thought about it, Desmond Ridder has thrown for 300 yards in 2 straight games. I got quite like I told you before. He really doesn't have to do too much. It's no reading defense. Just throw the ball up to Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Both of them 6'5", athletic receivers. Why are you wasting time reading defenses?
Yeah.
And maybe he's figured it out. I don't know here. I originally picked the Bucks, but I'm going to erase that. I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to win this.
Oh, your wife gonna kill you.
Yeah, she got.
You could have got a nice steak dinner.
I hope she listened to this show.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this. If Desmond Ridder has figured it out, they're gonna beat the Bucks.
Yeah, man. I like the Falcons.
What?
In this, man.
Man, don't let Nate hear you say that. Say it again. Who you got?
I like their running back. Their quarterback is still trash. Their quarterback is trash. I like their running. I like their running back in their defense.
Okay.
I'm kicking myself saying this because I really want to. Nope, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. That wishbone offense burnt me. You know that wishbone offense is such trash.
Yeah,
it's so much trash. I can't even do it. Let's go with the Bucks, baby. Let's go with the Bucks. That wishbone offense is trash. Baker Mayfield gonna make me my money. Baker's gonna make me a believer.
I'm just struggling to believe that the Bucks are gonna lose 2 straight home games. Right? They lost to the Lions at home, and then they got another home game against the Falcons. But yeah, I'm sticking with the Falcons pick. Who you got, Phil?
I'm going with the Bucks here. I don't trust Baker Mayfield, but I like the Bucks defense. I think this is a true test for Desmond Ridder.
I think so too.
He has not played good defenses the last couple of weeks. Commanders defense is decent, and the Texans defense is still rebuilding, kind of. So, the Bucks defense is legit. So I'm picking the Bucks, and I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game, like 17-14.
Yeah. I'm kind of speaking because I want the Bucks. I want the Falcons.
I don't see Atlanta running all over Vita.
I want to see the Falcons muck up this division.
I'm rooting for the Falcons.
If the Falcons win this game, they will totally muck up this division. So I'm warning.
I need the Bucks to win so they can throw some balance in there.
I need to see one more game out of Desmond Ridder. Out of him.
That makes 2 of us. Because he burnt me the last game against my belly judge.
I picked him last week and he burnt me.
Yep.
All right. Next week we had the Ravens. We have the Ravens at home against the Lions. The Ravens are 3-point home favorites. I didn't even realize the Ravens were favorites here. Yeah, I'm a believer in the Lions. I'm going with the Lions over the Ravens. Yeah. You can nod your head. I know you don't appreciate that. It's okay, Don. You get over it. I'm going with the Lions.
Hey, Don, can you tell me why? I mean, I just want to be able to speak correctly about you next week.
The Lions.
What's your reason behind it?
My reason is the Lions are legit offensively and defensively. Jared Goff could be the MVP of this league. That's how well he's been playing.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, keep going.
The Lions.
Anything else you want to add, Mark?
Well, yeah, sure. I'll add some more. The Lions are balanced offensively. They can throw it. They can run it. They're the total package. And defensively, they are getting better and better every week. I think the Lions are very balanced. Okay. The Lions are very balanced. So they're going to beat the Ravens in Baltimore.
Okay.
Who you got?
Man, stop playing. Phil.
I actually agree with Marv, and I'm going to give some legit. I'm going to give some legit answers why, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Shoot.
I need a bulletin board.
The Lions have the number 1 offensive line in the league. Number 1 offensive line in the league, and that's one of the weaknesses of Baltimore. They can't really get to the quarterback. That offensive line,
our number 1 defense. I mean, our top 5 defense can't get the quarterback.
You guys are number 1 in pass defense.
Keep going.
You guys are number 1 in pass defense. Lions, the offensive line is nasty. Jared Goff has got some confidence. Jameson Williams is coming along. That rookie runner, St. Brown is coming along. What's the tight end name they have? I always forget his name.
Name the whole roster.
He's coming along. That secondary for the Lions is good. All that throwing the ball to Zay Flower. I seen Lamar's last game. These escape throws he's making to Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is saving him. And I've been saying this. Odell Beckham finally showed up last week. And I think this is going to be, I think the Lions are going to beat them. So this is, I mean, we can say
anybody want to go out? Anybody want to go out and let me yell out the score? I mean,
we don't do that on this show.
This is gonna be.
I just asked. I mean,
we just pick the winners and losers.
21-17.
You're gonna let me walk you in.
Yeah, you gonna walk me into that.
And then I've said this before, and I've said this to Don.
Hey, continue to talk, Phil.
If we go back and look at the Ravens' schedule, they ain't played nobody. This is the Ravens' first test. They ain't played nobody other than Burrow. This is a true test for the Ravens.
Hey, we played the number one defense in the Browns, but continue.
Okay, without Deshaun Watson. So,
hey,
you know,
they was the number one defense with Deshaun. They played last week.
They still the number one defense.
Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
So I got the Lions here.
Is Burrow hurt, or is he a great player? I mean, what's going on? I mean, he missed passes and everything, and now he's hurt. He made plays, and now all of a sudden he's back.
Marv, you see how he sidelined the Lions, right? You see how he sidelined the Lions, right?
Hey, want to tell you why? Because after we beat the Lions, I'm really going. I applaud y'all for saying, because everything that you say, it helps build the fact that Lamar is going to be an MVP. But like you said, they got a better offensive line and everything.
It's going to be Tariq Hill's winning MVP or Tua.
It's a quarterback award. You know that's not happening.
Oh well, Tua.
Maybe offensive player of the year. So
just tell me, and we'll move on. But last question: you're telling me, Don, that the Lions aren't legit?
When they step into Baltimore, no.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Move next slide.
Next slide.
Baltimore, the answer is no.
Okay. Rams at home against Don's other favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rams are 3-point home favorites. Yeah. Cooper Kupp is back. I am now a believer of the Rams. Yeah, I got the Rams beating the Steelers. I think the Rams are going to do this. They're at home. Kupp is there. The chemistry is back. They got that rookie receiver. Yeah, Rams. Who you got, Don?
Man, stop playing. Next slide.
You got the Steelers.
That's what's up. Man, you know I can't stand them boys. Hate them with a passion. They trash. Merry Christmas. We gave you a game last week.
Phil.
Man, I'm gonna pick the Rams. I don't trust Kenny Pickett, and I don't trust the offensive coordinator. I think the Steelers are getting ready to struggle right now.
Steelers coming off a bye week too.
And I picked the Steelers to win this division, but right now they don't look good to me.
How they gonna win if they can't win coming off a bye week?
I'm picking the Rams on this one.
Stand your ground, Phil. They coming off a bye week.
I'm picking the Rams on this one. I also proclaim the Rams as being good, and you guys laughed me off the show. So
hey, we gave you credit, man. I just told you you picked them. Hey,
you know
they're for real. So, but I mean, hey, Steelers lose this, the Ravens lose their game. They're still one game behind y'all, so they're still in it.
Hey, Marv, you making this next week's show even better.
So it don't even matter.
I thank you in advance.
Next slide. Seahawks at home against the Cardinals. Seahawks are 8-point home favorite. I don't know if they're gonna win by 8 points, but I got the Seahawks winning this game. Who you got, Don?
I got the Seahawks by like 10.
10, damn.
Yeah,
Bill.
Yeah, Seahawks. I don't need to go into.
Come on, man. You don't want to make a bold pick here?
Nope.
Come on, man.
The Seahawks are upset they lost last week to the Bengals. So, yeah, Seahawks.
We got too many picks where we've made the same picks here, man. This is.
Hey, Phil playing strategy, man.
I'm not playing strategy. I'm not playing strategy.
Right in the basement.
I think it's you playing. You're trying to strategize to keep everybody, picking the picks, same picks, so you can keep your 6 point.
I don't need your picks. Your picks are trash. Week after week. Hey, how am I gonna win it? And I'm following y'all. Come on, that's not working. That's a strategy.
Well, I mean, he's got some agility. Your picks are kind of trash, Marv. You didn't you didn't let me come back from the basement, Marv.
2 weeks, 2 weeks in a row,
Marv. 2 weeks, Marv.
Well, look at how I'm back from the basement, and I'm still with you. You know what I'm saying?
But you're in the basement.
I'm not in the basement. You at the
You
door
in
of
the
the
basement like
basement.
he about to pass you.
Hey,
I'm about to pass you, Bob.
you
I'm about to
you
pass you,
might
Bob.
pass me. That's how far down in the basement you were. I had 2 bad weeks and you still
And I
haven't
came
passed
back.
me.
I came
You
back.
still haven't passed me.
I was 4 games. You were 4 games ahead of me, Marv.
Hey, Bob, you're not following your own strategy.
Yeah, you letting God
You
get to
see
you,
your enemy
Marv.
drowning,
You
Oh,
baby.
letting
man.
God get to you,
Next
Marv.
slide. Next slide. We got the Broncos at home against the Packers. The Packers are 1-point road favorites here. Yeah, I think the Broncos are a mess, but not that much of a mess. I think the Packers are just of a mess as the Broncos.
Wow.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm
Wow.
gonna go with the Broncos. Yeah, they cleaning house, but I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'm foolish enough to pick the Broncos. Don, who you got?
Ooh.
This game is a wash. You got 2 loser organizations. You asking me to pick.
Flip a coin.
I'm gonna go with the more seasoned quarterback. I'm gonna go with Russ, despite the fact that the locker room is in disorder. I'm gonna have to go with Russ on this one. But it's
Phil.
not gonna be by much.
I'm going with the Packers. The Packers have a better roster than the Broncos right now.
Thank you, Phil.
So I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm going with the Packers. I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah, you go with the
I'm not picking the Broncos. I'm not picking the Broncos.
That is
anymore.
not a separator
Yeah,
in the right way.
Good.
I'm not
Get
picking
you
the
back
Broncos
in the
anymore.
basement where you belong.
Oh man!
All right, we got the Chiefs at home against the Chargers. Chiefs are 5.5-point home favorites. Man, I'm going with Taylor Swift and the Chiefs here. Don, who you got?
Man, Taylor Swift, she done paid for all home games booths, so she's gonna be in proper attendance. I think that this is not even gonna be close, man. I think the Chiefs are probably gonna win by like 14.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe. Well, every time I turn on my TV, I see Travis Kelce. So I'm definitely picking the Chiefs on this one. I think this is the week. If they lose this week, Brandon Staley is out. He's fired. So yeah, Chargers are done.
Well, probably a good thing they held on to Brandon Staley because they're probably stuck with Sean Payton right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason that Phil's not the GM because he don't get to make no decisions.
Wow. I wouldn't have gave Lamar that contract. It's a good thing you're not a GM.
Go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
and we went and we went in, but you gave Kurt his cut. You gave Kurt his contract. Next slide.
Next slide. Eagles at home against the Dolphins. All right, here we go. Now we got a real matchup here. Here we go. Yeah, let's see who we pick in here. All right, so Eagles are 2-point home favorites. Both teams are 5-1. Yeah, so I like what the Dolphins are doing offensively. Tua is they keeping him upright. I mean, as long as he doesn't get hurt, they'll be fine. Got a lot of firepower on that. The Eagles' offense is not clicking on all cylinders like they were last season. So I'm going with the Dolphins on this. I think the Dolphins are going to win a close one in Philly. The Eagles are going to be in panic mode after losing 2 straight, and they're going to be fired up for the rest of the season. But they're going to lose this game. I'm going with the Dolphins. Don, who you got?
It's a good one right here. I thought about this one. I said, the Cheetah, if nobody, they've been playing the man-to-man. I don't think that the Eagles will be stupid enough to play him man-on-man with no one over the top. So, and I think that the Eagles run the ball strong enough, whereas though they can eat the clock. Whereas though I don't think Tua does well under pressure. And I think the defense with Philly, man, you gotta be kidding me. This is a no-brainer. I'm going with the Eagles.
Oh, okay. All right. Phil, who you got?
I'm going with the Eagles. I do think the Eagles' defensive line is going to get at Miami, and I think this is going to be a test for Tua, this game right here. So
thank you, Bob.
I'm glad y'all going with the Eagles.
I'm picking Philly here.
Okay. No. Great pick, guys. All right. All right, lastly, we got the Monday night game. We got the Vikings at home against the 49ers. 49ers are 7-point road favorites. It should be more than that. 49ers are going to win this. Who you got, Don?
I thought about this. I thought about this hard because I do believe in Kurt, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be back 100%. But I think that Brock got enough with that defense in order to sustain, Kurt and his offensive flurry. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers, but I'm not too sure how much damage they can do if they don't have all their weapons.
Mm. Okay. Phil, who you got?
I'm going 49ers. No Justin Jefferson. That defense is bad. 49ers can have 11 kickers out there will still beat us. So I got the 49ers this week.
So you got the 49ers this week. You don't believe in Kurt.
Yeah.
Don, you don't believe in Kurt either?
I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. You probably want to issue that question to the guy with the Eagles hat. I mean, the guy with the Viking hat.
Not with Justin. No, Justin Jefferson there.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go and wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.